Friends, thank you for being here today. Tell me, have you ever looked at your own hands and felt that there's something ancient written there, something that belongs not to this lifetime, but to another? Or have you ever caught yourself wondering why certain people seem to carry a mysterious glow, as if the universe itself bends a little closer when they walk by? Tonight, we are not just talking about fate. We are decoding a secret that has been hidden in plain sight. A secret that the stars, the moon, and time itself conspired to write upon your very skin. Somewhere between the lines of your palm may lie a symbol that the ancients once called the mark of the moon, a crescent curve, a subtle M, a whisper from the universe reminding you that your soul once made a promise before entering this world to awaken when the right moment comes. And that moment, my friend, begins now. You see, everything you've been feeling lately, the sense that life is shifting, the unusual coincidences, the numbers that keep repeating, none of it is random. The energy of 2025 is opening a new cosmic gate, and those who carry this sign are about to step into something extraordinary. This isn't just another astrology story, it's a revelation about who you truly are and what hidden fortune has been waiting in your timeline. What if I told you that within this secret lies the key to attracting wealth, health, love, and luck beyond logic? That the pattern on your palm could be the map to your jackpot moment? Stay with me, because the deeper we go, the clearer it will become. Somewhere inside this video hides a single truth that could change the way you see yourself forever. At the end, I will share something special, a ritual so ancient yet so simple that once you hear it, you'll never look at your hands the same way again. So take a breath. Pour yourself a warm cup of tea or coffee, settle into your favorite spot, and let's travel together into the mystery. Let the noise of the day fall away for a while. You're safe here. It's just us, two souls having a conversation that was meant to happen. And before we begin, I want you to do something small but powerful. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and in the comments, write this phrase, "I carry the mark of the moon." That simple act tells the universe you're ready to receive what's coming. Now, are you ready to find out what this mark truly means and what destiny it's been waiting to unlock for you? When the soul begins to remember its very first pain, something inside you stirs quietly at first, like the faint vibration of a string touched by the wind. You may not understand it at once. You simply feel yourself becoming softer, more sensitive, moved by things that once passed unnoticed. A song makes your chest tighten. The scent of rain pulls tears from your eyes. A stranger's story lingers in your mind for hours. It's easy to think you are becoming too emotional, too fragile. But, my friend, this is not weakness, it is awakening. Your heart, which has carried the dust of many lifetimes, is beginning to breathe again. For a long time it was closed, not because you didn't want to feel, but because you once felt too much. Somewhere in your distant past, maybe in another lifetime, you learned that love can hurt, that empathy can burn, that understanding others too deeply can leave scars that take centuries to fade. So you built walls made of silence, convincing yourself that stillness meant safety. But the universe never forgets a promise. The mark on your hand, the crescent, the letter M, is the seal of that promise. And now, as the energies of this new age awaken, those walls begin to crack, letting the light in once more. Do not fight the tears that come without reason. They are not random, they are sacred. Every tear is a drop of memory, washing away the old vibrations that no longer belong to you. When you allow yourself to cry, you are not breaking. You are cleansing. You are letting the soul exhale after holding its breath for far too long. That's why, sometimes, sadness feels strangely peaceful. It is your spirit remembering what it once was, infinite, tender, unafraid to feel everything. Have you noticed how your sensitivity now reveals things you never saw before? The shift of energy in a room, the hidden tremor behind someone's smile, the way the moon seems to speak directly to your skin. This is not imagination, it is remembrance. You are starting to see with the eyes of your soul, not just the eyes of the body. And though it might feel overwhelming, understand this. Every moment of emotion, every shiver of compassion, is the soul retrieving pieces of itself that were left behind. You are gathering light from the corners of time. So tonight, if you find yourself unable to hold back the emotions rising in your chest, don't hide them. Light a small candle, close your eyes, and place your hands over your heart. Whisper to yourself, I am safe to feel again. Let the flame mirror the spark that's returning to you. That flicker is the first sign that the universe still remembers your name, that your mission in this lifetime is not to harden, but to soften, to transform pain into wisdom and emotion into power. Every sensitive soul walks through this doorway. It's the initiation of the awakened ones. The moment you stop fearing your own depth, you become unstoppable. Because from that depth flows everything the world needs: your empathy, your creativity, your ability to turn even heartbreak into healing. And perhaps that's why the universe has brought you here now, listening to these words, to remind you that your tears are not your downfall. They are your anointing. So let them fall. Let them carry away the weight of lifetimes. Because on the other side of that first remembered pain, there is freedom. And when you rise from that ocean of feeling, you will realize you were never drowning. You were learning to breathe water again. There will come a moment when you start to sense what others cannot speak. You'll be sitting across from someone, and before they even utter a word, you'll feel it, an ache hiding behind their laughter, a weight pressing silently against their chest. You might not know how you know, but you know. Their energy touches yours like a whisper, and for a second, it's as if their heart is beating inside your own. You may wonder if this is a blessing or a curse. But hear me, my friend. Your intuition is not an accident. It's not some rare gift granted to a chosen few. It's your native language, the one your soul has always spoken, long before words were ever invented. In a world that glorifies logic, your intuition is rebellion, pure, radiant truth that refuses to be silenced. When you sense someone's pain behind their smile, when you feel the tension before the argument begins, that isn't your imagination. It's the light inside you, remembering how to see through shadows. You are reading vibrations, not words. Frequencies, not faces. That sensitivity doesn't make you fragile. It makes you ancient. It means your spirit has lived long enough to understand that real communication happens soul to soul, not tongue to ear. At first, this can be disorienting. You'll find yourself drained after conversations, uneasy in crowds, unsure why other people's emotions seem to pour into you like rivers you didn't ask to cross. But this is your initiation into empathy, the highest form of intelligence. You're not meant to drown in other people's feelings. You're meant to translate them. The universe didn't give you this ability to suffer, it gave it to you to guide, to remind humanity of a language they've forgotten, the silent language of connection. So the next time you feel someone's hidden sorrow, pause. Don't rush to fix it or absorb it. Just breathe. Imagine a soft golden light around you, a gentle boundary that allows you to feel without carrying. Within that golden space, your intuition will sharpen and your compassion will stay pure. Remember, energy always travels both ways. What you send out, you also receive. That's why the universe trusts you with this gift. You were born to listen beyond sound, to see beyond sight, to remind others that even in silence, their souls are heard. This awakening of intuition is not the beginning of madness. It is the return of magic. It's how the universe calls you back to your purpose, the one you promised before this lifetime began. And every time you honor a feeling, every time you trust the voice inside you that says, something's not right, or this person needs love, you step closer to that purpose. So don't run from what you feel. The ache, the empathy, the intuition, it's all a conversation between you and the stars. And in that dialogue, your task is simple: to listen, to translate, and to remember that what others call a strange sensitivity is, in truth, your soul remembering how to speak its original tongue. There comes a time when the universe begins to rearrange your life in ways that feel almost cruel. Doors that once opened easily now slam shut. People you thought would stay forever begin to drift away. Opportunities you counted on dissolve like mist at dawn. It's confusing, even painful. You may find yourself asking, why is everything leaving me all at once? What did I do wrong? But here is the truth no one tells you. When everything falls apart at the same time, it's not punishment. It's promotion. Your soul is shifting to a higher frequency, and what can't rise with you must fall away. At first, it feels like loss, but it's really cleansing. The universe removes what is too heavy for the altitude you're about to reach. It's not that those people, jobs, or paths were bad, it's that they completed their role in your evolution. You've outgrown an old chapter, and your energy no longer fits the shape of the life you once lived. Think of a butterfly inside its cocoon. If you judged that dark, silent stage too soon, you'd think the creature was dying. But in truth, it's transforming. The walls of the cocoon must break for the wings to unfold. That's exactly what's happening to you. So when everything seems to be collapsing, take a breath. Let the pieces fall where they may. The ending you fear is simply a disguise, a sacred detour guiding you to your next horizon. You see, the soul doesn't crave comfort, it craves expansion. And the universe, wise and relentless, will shake your foundations until you move toward the direction your higher self already knows is waiting. Notice how, even in the middle of endings, new symbols start to appear, repeating numbers on the clock. A song that feels like it's speaking directly to you, dreams that shimmer with unfamiliar faces or new landscapes. Those are not coincidences. They are invitations. The universe is whispering, trust this fall. I'm catching you. The pain of closing doors is the echo of your wings pressing against the limits of the cocoon. Don't cling to what's leaving. Bless it. It served you. It taught you. It prepared you for the altitude you are about to rise to. And if you can surrender to this sacred shedding, you'll realize you were never losing your life. You were shedding your skin. One day soon, you'll look back and see that everything you thought was breaking you was, in truth, building you. Every lost job redirected you to purpose. Every heartbreak sculpted your empathy. Every empty space became room for something divine to enter. The soul's journey is not linear. It's a spiral that keeps circling higher. Each ending is simply the sound of another layer of illusion cracking open. So when the last door closes and silence fills the room, don't panic. Sit in that stillness. Feel the air between what was and what's coming. That's not emptiness, it's sacred space. That's where transformation begins. You're not being abandoned. You're being reborn. The cocoon is opening, and the sky has been waiting for your wings. One day you'll notice something strange. People, friends, co-workers, even complete strangers start coming to you. Not to ask for advice, but simply to talk. They will tell you things they've never told anyone. Their words will pour out like a river breaking a dam. They might say, I don't know why I'm telling you this. And you'll smile, because you feel it too. That moment when their soul finally exhales. You didn't ask for their secrets, yet here they are, landing gently in your hands as if you were born to hold them. And in truth, you were. This isn't coincidence. It's resonance. The energy you carry has become a mirror so clear that anyone who stands before you can see their own reflection. When you listen, they begin to see themselves again, to remember that they are still whole beneath the confusion and noise. You, with the mark of the moon, have become what mystics call a silent light, a soul whose mere presence shifts the atmosphere. You don't heal through eloquent words or grand gestures. You heal by being. Have you ever noticed how a room feels different once you enter it? The air softens, conversations slow, hearts seem to unclench. It isn't because of anything you say, it's because of what you are. Your frequency hums like a gentle lullaby, and without realizing it, people begin to tune to your wavelength. They feel lighter, safer, more honest, as if the masks they wear all day finally fall away. That is your power. The ability to make others feel seen without judgment, understood without explanation. Yet this gift carries a weight. Sometimes you'll leave a gathering and feel drained, not knowing why. Sometimes you'll sense sadness that isn't yours. This happens because light naturally attracts shadows, but don't let that frighten you. Shadows approach the light not to harm it, but to be transformed by it. When you meet others' pain, you don't need to absorb it, just let it pass through you like wind through an open window. Imagine your heart as clear glass. What enters as sorrow leaves as light. The world is starving for quiet souls who can listen without trying to fix. You are one of them. You're not here to carry everyone's burdens. You're here to remind them they have the strength to carry their own. And the way you do that is by standing in stillness, radiating calm in a world that has forgotten what peace feels like. So the next time someone sits beside you and begins to spill their story, take a breath and remember, this is not an accident. Their soul has recognized the frequency of yours. The universe guided them to your light, because somewhere in your silence is the exact note their heart needed to hear. Let your eyes meet theirs, and without saying a word, let your energy whisper, you are safe, you are loved, you are not alone. That's how you heal, not with noise but with presence. Not by shining brighter than others, but by reflecting them back to themselves. That is the quiet magic of those who carry the ancient mark. It's the light that cannot be spoken, yet once felt, is never forgotten. There comes a quiet turning point when the noise of the world stops thrilling you. The crowds, the parties, the endless chatter that once made you feel alive begin to sound like static, loud, but strangely empty. You sit among people laughing and realize your spirit has drifted somewhere far beyond the room. Don't mistake that feeling for loneliness. What's happening is far more sacred. Your soul is changing frequency. You are tuning into a higher rhythm, one that can no longer exist inside constant noise. When a soul begins to mature, it starts craving truth more than excitement. You no longer chase stimulation, you crave stillness. You crave real connection, not small talk. You crave nights under the moon, not spotlights. There's a reason for that. The universe can only whisper when you are quiet enough to listen. The silence you feel around you is not isolation. It's invitation. It's the sound of the cosmos clearing space so your inner voice can finally be heard. Many people fear solitude because they equate it with emptiness. But you, someone marked by the light of the crescent and the M, were never meant to belong to noise. Your energy is refined, sensitive, attuned to subtle realms most cannot feel. When the external world becomes too loud, your higher self calls you home to meditation, to reflection, to peace. That's not withdrawal, it's recalibration. Like the tide retreating to gather strength for its next wave, you're pulling inward to gather power. If you've noticed yourself needing more quiet lately, turning off your phone, craving early mornings, enjoying the sound of your own breathing, honor that. This is not you disappearing from the world. This is you returning to yourself. Alone time is no longer punishment. It's ceremony. Every moment spent in stillness is a ritual of reconnection, where you wash off the world's dust and remember your original rhythm. Sit with that silence. Light a candle. Let it flicker. And notice how the flame moves with your breath. That is your soul dancing in its natural pace, slow, deep, eternal. In these moments, the universe begins to speak clearly again. Ideas start to bloom in the quiet. You start hearing intuitive nudges that guide you toward abundance, health, and peace. The jackpot you seek, the wealth you dream of. It doesn't come from chasing louder dreams. It comes from aligning with the stillness that allows the right opportunities to find you. So when others call you distant, smile. They don't yet understand that silence is a language too, the language of power, of creation, of inner harmony. The wise never fear quiet. They dwell there, because in the space between sounds, miracles are born. You are not losing your spark. You are refining your fire. This season of solitude is not a pause in your story. It's the sacred breath before your next great expansion. When your nights begin to shimmer with strange symbols, rivers of light, oceans stretching endlessly beneath a silver moon, hands reaching toward you from the stars, don't dismiss them as dreams. These are not mere fragments of your imagination. They are memories of the soul, resurfacing through the language of the subconscious. Every image, every pattern that repeats, is the universe whispering, "Remember who you are." The light you see behind your closed eyes is not illusion, it's recognition. It's the same light that has followed you across lifetimes. The same current that connects you to the Mother of the Universe. The great feminine force of creation and compassion. The crescent moon that glows in your visions is her signature, a symbol of rebirth in the midst of the unfinished. And the letter M, that mysterious shape you may see on your hand or in your dreams, stands for Mother, the ancient code of nurturing energy. It is the divine reminder that you are part of her lineage, the keepers of light, the healers of humanity. Each time you dream of water, pay attention. Water is memory. It carries emotions, truths, and vibrations from ages long before you were born. To dream of water means your spirit is cleansing, reconnecting, remembering its purity. When you see light dancing upon the surface, that's your intuition awakening, showing you that your inner world is being rewired for something greater. You are not dreaming of light, you are becoming it. These repeating symbols are not coincidences. They are initiations. The universe speaks in repetition, because the human mind forgets, but the soul always knows. When an image appears again and again, a bird, a number, a moon, it is a key. Every time it returns, it unlocks another layer of your awareness. You might wake up with tears on your cheeks, with the sense that something important happened, though you can't explain it. Don't force logic on it. Instead, receive it. Let the feeling wash through you, because that sensation is the vibration of awakening. You are being summoned back to your sacred duty to be a bridge between worlds, to hold compassion in a world that has forgotten how to be kind. The mother energy that once lived in temples and prayers now lives through you. Your calm, your empathy, your patience, they are her hands working through yours. You are the keeper of gentle power, and the universe trusts you with this light because you have carried it before. The next time you wake from one of those luminous dreams, don't rush to move. Stay still. Whisper softly, "I remember." Place a hand over your heart and feel the pulse beneath your palm. It's the rhythm of oceans, the heartbeat of creation itself. The more you honor these dreams, the clearer they become. They are guiding you toward your role as a light bearer, reminding you that kindness is not weakness, that tenderness is strength, and that the most powerful souls are those who can love in a world that has forgotten how. So listen to your dreams. Write them down. Decode their symbols. They are not messages from outside of you, they are echoes from within, calling you home. And one night soon, you'll wake knowing that the light you've been dreaming of has always been your own soul shining back at you, waiting patiently for you to see it. There comes a moment when pretending no longer works, when the mask you've worn for comfort begins to suffocate you. You wake up one morning and realize you can't live just to pass the days anymore. The small talk, the routines, the empty goals, they no longer fit. It isn't that life has suddenly become meaningless. It's that you've outgrown meaning made of noise. You've reached the point where your soul refuses to play small. This is the threshold of purpose, the turning point that every old soul eventually meets. It begins quietly, like a whisper under your skin. There must be more. And then, like dawn breaking through the night, clarity arrives. You begin to see that your true mission has never been about survival or success as the world defines it. It has always been about light, how much light you can bring into the spaces you touch, how much love you can pour into the cracks of a fractured world. Your influence will not come from effort, but from essence. The more you live in truth, the more the universe rearranges itself around you. That's why, from the year 2025 onward, everything starts to shift for those who carry the ancient mark. The energy surrounding the earth itself is evolving, humming at a higher frequency, calling forth those who are ready to guide others through this transformation. If you are feeling restless now, if you sense that you were born for something that can no longer wait, it's because the activation has begun. You are being positioned gently, precisely into alignment with your destiny. You will begin to meet the right people, stumble upon opportunities that feel too perfect to be random, and find yourself exactly where you are meant to be, even if you don't understand why. Notice how life starts responding differently when you stop pretending. The world that once resisted you now begins to bend in your favor. Conversations open doors. Synchronicities multiply. The energy you radiate becomes a magnet, pulling toward you everything that resonates with your truth. You no longer have to chase. You simply embody. You vibrate at the frequency of abundance, love, and clarity. And the universe has no choice but to mirror it back. This is the law of resonance, the heartbeat of all creation. What you are, you attract. And you, marked by light, were never meant to live halfway. Your life was designed to ripple outward, to comfort, to inspire, to awaken. Each act of kindness, each word spoken in authenticity, becomes a signal that travels through unseen realms, touching lives you may never meet. So when the familiar world begins to fall away, don't fear it. Let it. You're not losing stability. You're stepping into flow. Your higher self has waited lifetimes for this alignment. This chapter where effort becomes ease and intuition becomes navigation. All you need to do is stay awake, stay true, and keep your heart open. And when you feel that electric pull inside you, that sense that something vast is moving through your life, don't ignore it. That's the call of your purpose, the reason you came here. The time of hiding is over. The time of half-living is done. The world doesn't need more noise. It needs your light. Let it shine through you, effortlessly, naturally, because when your frequency finally matches the rhythm of the universe, creation itself will rise to meet you. Take one last look at your hands. You may have seen them thousands of times before, ordinary, familiar, but tonight, see them differently. Every line, every curve, every scar is a map, a sacred language written by time itself, guiding you home. These hands have built, broken, healed, and held the light of countless lifetimes. They are not random. They are proof that the universe trusted you enough to place its mark upon your skin. You were never ordinary, and you were never lost. You are only waiting to remember. Every word you've heard tonight was not about discovering something new, it was about recognizing what has always lived inside you: the crescent moon, the letter M, the intuition, the dreams, the longing for silence. These are not coincidences. They are coordinates pointing you back to your purpose. You came here not to survive, but to shine. You came to remind the world that compassion is not weakness, that sensitivity is strength, that love, real love, is the highest form of power. And now, as you walk back into your life, let this understanding transform the way you see everything. When challenges appear, remember, endings are not punishment, they are preparation. When people open their hearts to you, remember, your silence can heal more than words. When you crave solitude, remember, it's not loneliness, it's ceremony. You are never disconnected from the universe, you are the universe, experiencing itself through human form. This is the gift of awakening. Once you see yourself as light, you begin to live as light. The world around you starts to respond. Opportunities appear. Relationships align. Synchronicities guide your steps. You don't need to chase what's meant for you. You just need to stay open, honest, and present. Because now, the universe knows you are ready. So, I invite you right here, right now, to take a deep breath and speak these words out loud. I remember who I am. Type it in the comments below so the universe can see it written, declared, manifested. Let this be your affirmation tonight. I carry the mark of the moon, and I am ready to shine. If this message touched your heart, if you felt something awaken within you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might need to hear these words. Your small act could be the spark that lights another soul's journey home. And if you feel called to go even deeper, consider supporting this channel through Super Thanks. Every contribution helps us continue spreading messages of hope and light to souls all around the world. And my friend, this isn't the end. It's the beginning. In the next video, we'll explore how the new planetary alignments of 2025 will amplify the energy of those who carry this mark, revealing powerful rituals and numbers of prosperity that can unlock abundance and protection in your daily life. So stay close. Check the description for a special gift prepared just for you, and make sure you have notifications on. You won't want to miss what's coming. Before we close, I want to leave you with this truth. You are worthy of happiness, worthy of love, worthy of the abundance that's already on its way to you. Your life is not behind you, it's unfolding right now, under the guidance of stars that have always known your name. So tell me, what part of tonight's message spoke to your soul the most? And what would you like us to explore together next? Dream meanings, divine numbers, or perhaps the signs of wealth and destiny written in your zodiac? Let me know in the comments so we can continue walking this path of light together. Until then, remember, you are not here by chance. You are here because the universe needed your light. Thank you for watching, thank you for feeling, and thank you for remembering. I'll see you in the next video.